The University Navstar Consortium was founded in 1984 at the University of Colorado Boulder as a University GPS Consortium, responding to the challenge of applying GPS technology to the geosciences in a shared and cost-effective manner. 30 years later, UNAVCO is an incorporated, nonprofit, university-governed consortium that facilitates geoscience research and education using geodesy. In March 2014, at a science workshop celebrating 3 decades, UNAVCO interviewed 11 geoscientists about their perspectives of the advances of the facility, community, and geodesy.
I've seen UNAVCO since its inception, and at the time it seemed, from my perspective, I was just a graduate student, but it seemed like this loose little club, and that whoever got the TI 4100s at the time, well, I don't know how it happened.
Long before the system was fully operational, geoscientists realized that they could use the satellite signals to measure precise positions and thus better understand Earth's processes. In 1985, UNAVCO acquired 3 GPS receivers from Texas Instruments called TI 4100s. These instruments and many others enabled early research campaigns in California, Iceland, the Caribbean, and the Aegean, using the partially complete GPS constellation.
That was an interesting time to be doing GPS because, among other things, the satellite configuration was such that in December, the best constellation was in the middle of the night.
The early days and carried the heavy equipment. It was really challenging, and it was really great moments of the GPS.
In 1995, GPS Constellation became fully operational, and UNAVCO made a major purchase of GPS equipment to support the explosion of geodesy by an expanding research community.
When GPS was first devised, it was for the military. Then it became a civilian application and a high-precision geophysical application.
And then permanent GPS stations, although in the beginning we started it without UNAVCO, but the PBO really helped facilitate large-scale measurement.
In 2003, UNAVCO began building the Plate Boundary Observatory, or PBO, located primarily in the western U.S. PBO formed a world-class geodetic platform for geoscience research and broader impacts.
The Plate Boundary Observatory program has, first of all, we've really increased our sample rates. So before, in the 1980s, we were getting, you would get 1 measurement every 10 minutes. And now we measure at 20 samples per second, so really high temporal resolution of those signals.
So having real-time, high-rate networks is going to prove very crucial moving forward, especially in terms of making our science relative to societal issues.
They're starting to use these crustal deformation measurements to make hazard maps in California.
By 2013, the consortium consisted of more than 100 U.S. universities and more than 95 international associates. The facility maintained more than 1,200 permanent geodetic sites in the U.S., Caribbean, Central and South America, Africa, Greenland and Antarctica, and hundreds of instruments were available for temporary geodetic sites. UNAVCO and the community continue to try to keep pace with the expanding uses of geodetic tools for research and development.
There's a lot of science to be done just in how do we measure things better. How do we understand what it is we measure when we go out with a radar, a laser, or a GPS, or whatever.
To understand the near space environment, atmosphere, cryosphere, hydrosphere, oceans, crust, and deep Earth.
UNAVCO, the facility, as well as UNAVCO, the community, really were instrumental in developing GPS to what it is today.
It's not this ancient, slow, creepy, crawly business. It's happening under our feet, and we can see it and we can measure it, and exciting, dramatic things are happening all the time.
Federating resources together so that we can share across national boundaries, because the geophysical problems extend beyond simple national boundaries.
I'm a professor in Europe, and everybody in Europe uses the technology that's been developed for the academic community in the United States by UNAVCO.
We are going to see things that nobody has imagined possible, right? So we are now experiencing the revolution.